Call the meeting. Call the roll, please.
Bennett,
Here.
Mr. Davis,
Here.
Ms. Pena, not in attendance. Mr. Heflin,
Here.
Mr. Christensen,
Here.
Mr. James, not in attendance. Mr. Watkins, not in attendance.
Okay. I would ask you to stand with us. We'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, this is a symbol of perfect friendships among united cultures. Okay, first order of business is the approval of last meeting, June 26th meetings minutes. I was not in attendance. So I'll entertain a motion to approve. Second. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, okay. New business. Sorry about this, that it's this week. Public hearing for resolution 2023-2024-01. A resolution providing a variance at 1205 North Avenue O to allow two residents in an R1 zone submitted by Adelia Montoya. I'll entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
And this, you guys actually have to do an action to untable it first, because we tabled it last meeting.
Okay. So I guess our first one is action to untable former resolution PC number 2022-2023-31 due to the change in the fiscal year. So moved. Second. Do we need a roll call vote on that? Okay. I have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes. Okay. So that's back on the table. Now we need a motion to enter into public hearing on resolution 2023-2024-01. Receive comment on the variance.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes. We are now in public hearing. If anyone would like to stand up for or against that, you need to stand up and be sworn in. So I would ask anyone who is speaking on this issue needs to stand up and get sworn in.
I'll go first, just real quick and
Yeah.
cover it. So this is the variance that was tabled on June 26, 2023. We did resend out letters. When they're tabled, we have to resend the letters out. We sent them out and we only got one response back from a property owner who was for it. I have 13 letters sent, and it was tabled based on concerns about the manufactured home brought in. Someone did come in today to talk to you about some of those concerns you guys had had.
Okay. So, Mr. Montoya, if you want to stand up and be sworn in.
raise your right hand. State your name at the call, please. Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm that you will testify truthfully here at the penalty of law.
Yes,
Okay. So you just want to tell us a little what you're doing?
okay, I purchased that mobile home. It's a 70 by 16 mobile home. The year of it is a 1986. I've moved it to my property, and when I put it there, I mean, I started working on it. For some reason, they say it was gonna be an eyesore or something, but it's not gonna be an eyesore. I already put a metal roof on it. I bought new windows for it. I've done everything. I purchased it for my son. He's gonna live there. It's on my property. I paid the taxes on those all year. I'm not behind on anything. There's no tax owed on it, anything there. And I just want to get it where I can permit it so I could get water, electricity and stuff. And the the property has 9.5 lots on it. So they're divided up and so forth, so I could, so in case I ever wanted to. And it's never gonna be sold, it's always gonna be on my property, and I know it said it was a single family things, but it's still gonna be on my family's gonna live in it and stuff, so.
Okay, you got 9 lots. Is these 2 places sitting on one lot?
That's sitting on one lot. My residence where I live at now is sitting on another lot, which there's 100, easily 100 feet between them both.
Right.
And it's,
So but
a
there's 2 residents. So you don't live in 1205.
yeah, I live in 1205. Well, this one's set on 1213. It's got its address already. I got the address on it. I got everything done to it.
So it's on a different lot. Why are we even here?
It's the same lot with 2 different addresses,
It's the same lot.
according to the assessor's website.
Okay, so it is on the same lot and
There's 9 lots on it, so I don't see, it's not on the same lot as mine sits on.
Right.
there. That's what I don't
But it would have
understand.
to
I,
be replatted to- in the
but
separate-
according to the plat right now, it's
That's-
setting
those
on
9
same.
it's a one single resident area. But there's 9 lots on that resident.
You're gonna have to help me because it's too hot in my brain. It's not working.
There's 9 lots there. but
There's
yes,
9 lots
it is
out
one,
here,
Right there.
but it's all platted as one lot
I guess so.
According to the assessor.
according to the assessor.
And on my deed, it has it divided 9 different lots.
Look at that, see, that's kind of what we're looking at, so that's.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
describe it a little bit better.
So the assessor has it in one lot, but it's really 9 lots.
Yes, ma'am.
So who's right?
I should have got the deed that I have from the homeowner where it shows like lot 1, lot 2. Right here where it shows this is my residence. And I put the mobile home right here. But this is one lot, it's got another lot, it's got another lot, corner lot. And then back here, it's got 3 lots and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna make one lot out of it. This one's gonna be divided with all the land in the back of it. And this one's gonna be divided with all the land in the back of it. And another thing too, it's not gonna be an eyesore compared to what's around me and stuff. It's gonna. If you, I don't know, I probably haven't been by my place, but it was just a mobile home also. And I completely redone the whole thing. It's stuccoed. It's gonna be,
My problem is. What the heck's going on?
that's, I have no idea.
It should be all in one lot. It should be 9 lots. It can't be 1 or 9. It's either. We come to here and people say, oh, I want to take these lots and redo them, put them into 1. Or somebody comes in here and they go, oh, I want 3 lots. I want to turn them into 2.
When I bought the place, it's been 30 years ago when I bought that whole area. When I bought it, because I went to the bank and financed and everything, but they divided it up into 9.5 lots. They had the deed on it. It had 9 lots. I don't know. They just never got a.
But that's not showing 9 lots, is it? It's showing 1 lot.
Yeah, if you click on it, it'll show.
So
you
there's no
everything.
proof that there's 9 lots.
Just on my deed. I got a deed with with 1, 2, 3, 4, and how the lots stand out. There's an alley that runs in behind it, that there's no alley there also.
How come the tax assessor doesn't have that deed and have it plotted like that then?
That'd be between the assessors and the property owners. We don't have anything to do with the submission of fees.
So how can we take action when the tax assessor doesn't even know, we don't even know what we're dealing with?
Well, he's just asking for a variance to put another property in there because it's R1.
It's R1 for 1 lot, that's 9 lots that we don't know about. So if he had 9 lots, he could put 9 properties on there.
Correct.
But we don't know where the
Yeah.
9 lots
Yeah.
are because we don't have them.
Would we just go by what the tax assessor has right there?
The tax assessor is our most current. They do it based off of the.
But
deed.
that's not legal.
Well,
What he's asking for is just a variance.
Right. He's not asking for a legal survey of his property.
And he doesn't want to turn it into 9 lots. He wants to keep it as 1 lot. Is
Well,
that
I'm
why-
gonna,
is that why it's like that?
yeah, I'm not gonna add no more to it, hopefully. But I'm not gonna add no more to it. My son, I bought it for my son that's 19 years old, going to college. That way I don't have to pay rent for him and stuff. I put it on my property. I'm gonna fix it up really nice and it's not like if that's what I do for a living as. You know, I already bought windows for it. I put a metal roof on it.
I'm good. It doesn't bother me. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Go ahead.
Any other questions, comments?
No.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please. Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve or deny the variance for 1205 North Avenue O.
Make a motion to approve the variance.
Second. I have a motion and a second for approval. Call the roll, please.
Christensen,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
No.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, so that's been approved and it'll go to the city council
Not this.
For the next week, yeah.
next week.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
You back or something? Yeah, I can. Thank you.
next item of business is public hearing for resolution 2023-2024-02. A resolution providing for a vacation of 60 feet of right of way within blocks 28 and 29 of the Benson edition submitted by Sylvia Lucero. I'll entertain a motion to go into public hearing. So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, we're in public hearing now. I'll have Kelly.
Thank you, commissioners. So what this is the applicant has requested a vacation of a 60-foot right of way. In your packets, you'll see the survey and on the survey, you've got 2 different sections that have some red cross hatching. This is going to be the larger one that is titled North Avenue J. This is a platted but undeveloped roadway in an area where we don't really have a lot of construction. No letters were sent out, as letters for vacations are only sent out to adjacent properties, and the applicant owns all of the adjacent properties. We did have to do an 811 ticket to make sure no utilities were in the area. We went and marked it. No utilities are there per the utility companies. We spoke to the streets department and they stated the city is unlikely to ever develop in that area. So if this was approved, it would be up to the owner to do deed changes and that, but it would go back to the owner since the owner owns that whole area.
Okay.
No one in the city had any problems with it, but I will stand for any questions you may have.
So if anyone wants to speak for or against this, I'd ask you to stand up and be sworn in. Do we have anyone? Okay. Any other questions or comments? I drove out there and the roads, like you said, it's
Not one?
it's never coming through there. That Quince Road. I think it has elm trees growing in it. So. Well, if there's no questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to either approve or deny the vacation of a 60-foot right of way within blocks 28 and 29 of the Benson addition submitted by Sylvia Lucero.
I move we approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Call the roll, please.
Livingston,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, so that's been approved. And now this next order of business is the same property. It's a notice of vacation of 20 feet of right of way within blocks 28 and 29. And it would be that other piece.
What they're calling the alley.
Right, so I'll entertain a motion to go back into public hearing.
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Davis,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, so now we're in public hearing. Ms. McClellan's going to,
Thank you. This is remarkably similar to the other one. The only difference in this is there are visible power poles from Excel that do run through this alley. So we got on the phone with Excel to see what they would be willing to do. They are willing to talk to the property owner and do an easement, work out a deal with them to protect their utilities. So my recommendation is if the commission does see fit to do approval will be contingent upon the landowner and utility company working out an easement or a signed agreement. If that can't be reached, then the vacation would fail and the property would stay with the city to protect those utilities in that area. But no other utilities came back when we marked the area.
okay,
If you have any questions, I'll be happy to stand for them.
questions, comments?
So there's no other utilities at all that are buried
No,
underground?
we mark them with white saying, please look through this, and everybody else marked them as clear.
Okay. Well, I will entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
I'll make the motion, we go out of public hearing.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve or deny the vacation of the 20-foot right of way with the provision that the landowner speak with the utility company and come to an agreement.
I motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and a second to approve it. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, so those were approved. And now
These are those in council as well.
council. Okay. So item D, public hearing for resolution 2023-2024-04. A resolution providing for a zone change at 1814 North Main and the two surrounding unaddressed lots submitted by Francis Chambliss. I'll entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go into public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Heflin,
Yes.
Okay, we are in public hearing. I will let Ms. McClellan go over the city's thoughts.
All right, thank you. So this is a zone change from R1, which is single family residential, to RA, which is rural agricultural. The purpose of this requested change is rural agricultural allows livestock. The property has been grandfathered in partially for some year livestock, but there are some cattle that want to be leased there to mow it down. To do that, I need to go through to be a rural agricultural to get the permits from animal control. So animal control can only currently permit livestock in rural agricultural. We sent 19 letters out. We received 5 responses from property owners who were in favor of it. We did not receive any protests to having livestock there. They're somewhat used to livestock being in that area. We did share email to the property owner some information about rural agricultural, because it does change some of your buildings, setbacks, that kind of stuff. From single family, if they do have cattle there, they would have to go through animal control, and it dictates how many cattle, making sure they're taken care of. So we're not putting big herds, they're allowed a certain amount of cattle per square area. If you have any questions, I'm happy to stand for them.
So if it goes rural ag, they can pretty well do whatever they want to with cattle and chickens and.
They can bring in livestock, but it is congruent on how big that piece of property is. You're only allowed a certain amount of head of cattle per
By
side of
size.
livestock,
Okay.
and they still have to have access to food, water. They have to be certain distance away from neighbors, that kind of stuff.
Ms. Chambliss, did you want to speak anything?
You want to go speak about? No, I don't know what I can hear.
Oh. So if you'll go over and be sworn in.
Name, raise your right hand.
Sharon Chambliss Chacon.
Do you swear or affirm that you will testify truthfully here in the council of law?
I do. Okay, the situation is that place was a dairy farm from its inception in 1932. There have been cows on there on and off all these years, along with goats, sheep, rabbits, chickens. There's been everything on that place, horses. When my dad started, his health started declining. They got rid of the livestock at that time and have not had any since then. As my mom is about to be 88 years old, sorry, Mom, if I'm telling on you, but she needs help keeping it mowed down. And that's where this came from. She has a good friend, Tony Lovato, who had, was looking for pasture opportunities for his cows, and she needed it mowed down. And that's where this all came from. Is suddenly, from never ever having a problem before, suddenly it's a big deal. So I don't know. Do you have any questions about?
I don't think it'll be a big herd.
It's just to keep it mowed off.
Yeah. And this year that hasn't been.
No, it was at the time because it
Yes.
was, May rains, but
It's gonna rain again
I hope.
somewhere.
Yeah, well, and it has been a problem in previous summers,
Oh,
just
sure.
trying to keep it mowed and here she thought she hit along, she thought she hit upon a more ecologically friendly possibility instead of having to run a big mower over the whole thing and then boom.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments?
Something that pretty good.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to go out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second,
I have a motion, a second to go out of public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett.
yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Okay, I will entertain a motion for a resolution providing for a zone change for 1814 North Main.
So
The
moved.
two surrounding addresses.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yeah.
Ms. Bennett.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Okay, so that's been approved. That will go to the city council. It'll go to the city council, not this week, but next week.
Next.
It- Yes. And then
What's the date?
I think it is the 8th. That would be Tuesday.
Second, I think it's the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the 8th.
Okay.
What it is.
Any,
Minutes, who seconded that? We both hit it at the same time.
I didn't say anything. so
Okay,
it
I
was
thought I
on
heard both of you.
that side.
so any other business?
Kelly, just
That we need
for
to-
clarification, these items now that are being approved from planning and zoning, they're on the consent agenda, right?
Yes, so unless
So
this,
you might want to explain that a little bit to the committee.
okay, so unless a specific council member request has questions for him or requests may be taken off. They are all put on the consent agenda where one approval will approve everything on the consent agenda.
Okay.
So if there's 14 things or 2 things, they'll read them off, consent to have them on consent agenda, and then approve everything in one go.
Right.
But yeah, if a city council member goes, hey, I have some questions, it comes taken off as an action item, or they'll take action on it like a regular item.
So that was just a little different than.
Yeah, that was been before, just to speed up your
Yeah,
meeting,
that's right. So we have 15 things we have to vote on,
and hopefully all this has been discussed.
or will be for the meeting.
Right. Okay. Anything else?
Nothing was that.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.